Hey, what's up? It's another episode of Watch You Strappin. I actually recorded this, tried to yesterday, but I think I messed up on the recording. Anyways, today, still on the Direnzo DRZ04 Mondial, white dial, of course. And yeah, this is not a review. These are just a quick wristwatch check of the day, whenever I can. And I figure this should be this opportunity right now, a little break. Anyways, I have this on one of Direnzo's new rubber straps. They come in white and black. I got both, and you might have seen the black version the other day, and probably the white too if you saw the previous video when I kind of unboxed, or rather just showed the initial impressions and tried them on real quickly, just to show you how to install them and how they generally fit. Overall pretty nice. Not a bad, very comfortable. I didn't mention that the surface, the feel of it's kind of grippy, so pushing through the keepers can be a little bit challenging. So you should push this keeper out further so you don't have to kind of bend or fold, compress the strap to fit into a tight, space between the buckle and the keeper. You push this out more, you can kind of insert it straighter, and I would pull it from this side, from the other side, and instead of trying to push from this side, it'll make it a little easier. And then readjust your keeper, this one here, I guess it's your first keeper that says Direnzo on it. Move it closer back to the buckle, wherever you think it fits about right. And of course the last keeper here will go somewhere towards the end, and it holds pretty well, doesn't slide or anything. I don't find myself adjusting it like a lot of other two-piece straps that have like an end keeper of some sort. They generally make them a little bit too big, and I always have to fiddle with it. Kind of annoying, but not with these. And yeah, and I think it looks, and I mentioned this before, but I do believe this is the better color combination with the white dial. It just obviously it just overall matches, and I just think it just looks cleaner and nice and bright. And because of what I thought was, well, it seemed like to be kind of a grippy surface over the rubber strap, in actuality, it's, when you just put your hand over it and touch it and whatever, it's not that grippy, to the sense where like you get a lot of friction or something. And my main concern was also whether or not the surface would be too much of a dust magnet, because of that dust or lint magnet or whatever particles, which some rubber straps can get, and this actually doesn't. You look at this, I didn't even clean it off. It's pretty good, and this is white. So, and I'm wearing a dark sleeve shirt. This was usually over my wrist to protect it while I'm working, and I had a gray one the other day, and I don't really see anything on there, so that's good. And if you did see something, it's actually pretty easy to clean. You don't really need like a damp cloth or something, which some straps, primarily I think silicone straps, you need to use some sort of wet or damp cloth of some sort, or even your fingers, to help you remove and clean off the surface. But not with this. You can use your fingers or just blow on it, and usually things will just come right off, and so it's not an issue. The only thing I would say is that maybe it's because of the white color, but I feel that where the strap meets to the case, it's a little bit better fitting on the black version than on the white. Like on this side, it's not too shabby. It meets up all right, and it doesn't, like, the edge of the strap doesn't, like, it's not raised above the metal part of the watch case. But on this side, it does seem to be a little bit more, you can see. And I think it depends on the spring bar, because I was using the spring bars that came with the black strap. I just figured they would be the same, but when I tried it, it seemed like this side particularly, and even this side a little bit more, lifted up and wasn't as flush with the case as I was saying that it's not as flush as the black version. And as I remember it being when I first tried it on, you know, when I was just initially fitting it on, I didn't really notice it. So I decided to go back and find the spring bars that came with a white strap, and I tried those instead, and it seemed to be a better fit for some reason, although they should be the same. And you think that the mold for the black and the white strap should be the same as well, but I don't know, it might have something to do with the holes that are in here. But this looks a little bit more flush, and so does this. The other one, this right in the center where I guess the middling would be, it lifts up a bit more, and even on the edge, on the side, I'm trying to center it with my camera because I don't have my other finger. On this side, you can kind of see it up, but this side seemed more, was lifting up a bit more too. Yeah, so I don't know. Overall, I mean, from the distance and most angles and stuff, it seems fine. But I think there could be a little bit of work done to improve it, at least on the white version, or maybe in general, even with the black perhaps. But again, I didn't see it as much as an issue, and again, it might be because black kind of hides things, whereas the white, you can kind of see the shadows and the edges a little bit more, just the way, you know, catches light and stuff. It kind of will show up more. So maybe something could be done to tighten this up so that, you know, I mean, there is some flexibility. So your wrist is smaller, you can imagine this edge might actually start to rotate and pull out more, and you might see that edge even more if you have a smaller wrist than I do. And I have a one that's just under 7 inches, so you know, it can happen on this side as well. You know, just more of a pivot or a bend in or down could expose this edge of the strap more as it's pulling down and away, if you can imagine. Versus if you had a wider, larger wrist, it would be the opposite effect. It would probably tend to push back in and keep it more flush and sealed. Anyways, that's basically what I wanted to try to quickly say about this. But I think it looks pretty great. I'm happy with the purchase. I think maybe some slight improvements. I might try different spring bars, or maybe even potentially bending some, just to see if the fitment might make it a little bit better. We'll see. I'll let you know if and if I do try something, how it turns out. All right, thanks for watching. Later.